Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
I'm trying to remember when I was a kid if I got... did we get winter break and spring break? Were there two of them?
No. There was
you
a
did.
Christmas break, and then there was a spring break.
Well, yeah, but winter
what I
break is
thought.
what they call Christmas break, right?
Yeah, but no.
No.
They
No,
now do.
My kid is in a winter break right now.
Must
the other-
be nice.
The other new thing
Well,
is that,
that's why I was asking, and you said
yes.
that we had them.
Mike, when I was in school, they called the Christmas break winter break to be sensitive.
No,
to
winter. We
all
already
people.
he had Christmas break, and then he went back to school for an hour, and now he's got winter break
Well,
I didn't
for
realize
a week.
Yeah,
he's got a
they were
week
different.
off after President's Day, and then he's gonna have a spring break at some
Yeah.
point.
well, and before the Thanksgiving break in October, they had a fall break. So I think
This is for the teachers.
I think it's transitioned into year-round school.
You think that's what they're getting? How long are the breaks? 1 week?
No, they're like 2 days.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
No,
not
this
much.
break is a week. He's off
Oh,
for
you
a
have
week.
All right. Well,
But-
that's not normal.
But that includes President's Day, right? So it's really only 4 schooling days.
Yeah, but he's here, and I hear about other kids that are going away, on nice lavish trips and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
he's staying in his room and taking the trash out.
Well, I sent him a text. I know you don't like this, but I sent him a text. I said, Disneyland closed. Wash those dishes.
And he's got a nice trip
Absolutely.
coming in May.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's right. That's right. Where he will be staying at the fabulous Sarita Villa. Sarita Villa, offering the finest in adult coloring books. That should be very special. We have
Wasting away, sit in Ceritaville.
we have some things coming up for the show that it's pretty busy time. We're
Yeah.
gonna you better be ready for, if you like stuff going on with this show, and your bonus show subscriptions have indicated that you do, and we thank you for that. Thank you for responding to the bonus show subscriptions. We need them. We need them to keep on coming on, and thank you very much. We really, really appreciate that. And it's fantastic. We're really excited about it. In the next week, and the next 2 weeks, as a matter of fact, there'll be a big announcement coming next week, and hopefully a big announcement coming the week after that about activities and items that are going to be done in conjunction with this show that we are very, very, very excited about. And we had meetings yesterday. I had a little conversation with Josh via text this morning, and I am here to tell you that that stuff that I was testing, thumbs up, double thumbs up. I mean, really spectacular as far as I'm concerned. So, no, not that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I
another
thought
thing.
you were testing that.
You're the first one
Well-
to use the vibrator today.
Right.
That's exciting.
And we couldn't
Yeah.
get the logo in the right spot there, so had to move on.
Well,
Right.
it was in the right spot, but it moved.
It moved. It did move.
But I love the fact that Josh has become much more than our producer, but more like the director of fun and games, because he's got so much stuff going on. It's exciting to crack the mic each day. I love what he does, and the announcements, I'm doing
I
my
was
best not
working
to
on-
spoil them.
I was working on 3 different things today that we've got coming up that we haven't told anyone about yet.
That's right. My bar mitzvah. Mike is getting reconfirmed. He's going back to Catholicism, and I don't know about the third.
It's just the one is something that I'm chomping not to say anything, because it's the one I really want to spill the beans on, because I think that it probably falls in the category of something we've wanted to do for quite some time, and
Yeah.
And we're excited about it. And
Can you
then
give
the-
a
then the
one-word
anxiety-
clue? Can you
No,
do a
no,
one-word
I'm not gonna,
clue?
no, because we've got, first of all, we have we're going to have the May visit to Jimmy's that's coming up here the weekend of the Kentucky Derby. Will be in Northern Virginia on May 3rd for a meet and greet at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, which will be in conjunction with the Kentucky Derby. And
One of the things I worked on
Yes.
today
Uh-huh.
is a new product that we will unveil there.
Oh, that's exciting. The one that we were talking about this morning?
No.
Another one.
No, the one we talked about this morning, we will unveil on Monday.
Ah,
Another product that we talked about a couple weeks ago that we will unveil.
I
at
can't
Jimmy's.
keep track of them. I don't even know what you're
neither.
talking about.
Are these
That's
the
how-
throwing stars? What are these?
I
No.
can't even keep track of it.
Are they TMOS glue sticks?
Not yet.
There he is. There he is.
Don't be fussy with me.
Using the same material as I use every day, even though I've asked him not to for 20 years. He still does it. He still does it. I swear to God. You know how many videos are out there for your consumption that you
How
can
many?
you can choose from? About 1 million a day. I
Right.
did it. I did that for a day, and yet you use the same snake in the washing machine. You prick. I swear to God.
Mike,
you know,
there was a chance that the snake wasn't good. There was very little chance the snake would ever make it. But you know what
There's
I
a
do?
viral video of a snake in a washing machine in Australia. And by the way, I tuned into a program called Alone. You know that show Alone I talked
Yeah.
about where they go
Yeah.
out in usually the Canadian wilderness?
Yeah.
This one was in the Australian wilderness. And the people were so non-compelling. And the surroundings were so, I don't want to say non-harsh because they looked plenty harsh, but they were bland in a way, muddy with like roots coming out of
Sort
the
of
ground.
very brown like Vienna.
just
sort of brown.
just not compelling at all.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, if you're out in the wilds of Australia, hold on,
Oh, I was just letting you know what the third thing was
ah.
that we are unveiling.
I
at
didn't even
Jimmy's.
know that one. I must have lost track of that.
Lost track of that one then.
I did. I totally lost track.
Josh, you're
of
coming in
that.
a little loud. Can you turn yourself down a
can.
little bit? Thank you.
That's odd. Normally people complain I'm too low.
If you're going to do a thing about being alone in the Australian outback, well, it's the Gribblies out there. It's
the
the spiders
bugs.
and snakes.
Yeah.
It's great white sharks. It's all the things we don't have in the rest of the world. So Rob and I were both looking at a video that had a brown snake. I think it's the second most venomous snake in the world that was in somebody's washing machine in Australia. That's how scary it is to live in Australia because these snakes exist in Australia. I think all of the real venomous ones, most of the most dangerous snakes in the world live in Australia. And there was this little sucker right in the bottom of this. Why don't you play it? So we might as
Yeah,
well take
I
a look
haven't-
at
I
it
haven't
because it
seen
looks teeny tiny.
It
looks
does, but
tiny
it's very
when you see it.
dangerous. Okay, well, I need to just grab it because I
I think it's
deleted it.
called what's the matter? What? I thought you did it. You did it while we were doing our show prep.
Yeah, but you obviously had no interest in seeing it, so I deleted it. But give me 1 second and I will grab it.
See, there you go.
What?
Thinking again.
God forbid I think.
You don't very often.
I didn't know that the prep service also sends videos for Rob.
Yes, they do for Rob.
I thought Rob scrolled YouTube and found these all on his own.
No, he
Or
does
what was
not.
trending.
No.
They do
No.
what happens.
Never has, really.
I know listeners like to send in videos. I thought
You know,
maybe Rob
oftentimes-
Those
would
are
send
used.
those.
Those can be used.
Those oftentimes find their way to it. Yes, they do. So I thank all you listeners for participating.
What would be the percentage?
Oh, probably 85.
And how many send you when a football dunks? How many
Oh.
videos get sent to you of it?
Well, no, they just tell me about those. They just say,
Are you
Hey.
having trouble finding the video?
no,
of
no,
this-
I'm
of
waiting
the
for
snake?
a pause here. Here we go.
Is it
Here's
an
the-
Australian brown? I think
It
or
is.
something like that. An Australian brown snake
That was my old nickname.
for your poo. Australian
Just
brown.
my entire body.
in the washing machine is crazy.
It's little.
But yeah, see how he's banded? Some of the specimens have bands, but your suburb's just been relentless at the moment for these.
Relentless. That means there are a lot
So,
of
yeah.
them, I assume.
Yeah. Second most toxic snake in the world.
There it is.
How we got up there,
That's not a big washing machine
Oh.
either. That is a small snake, but if
No.
it bites you, you're in a world of trouble. And that would really freak my ass out down
Yeah,
here.
but the good thing is if you bleed out, at least you're right by the washing machine.
I don't think you worry about bleeding out. It's more about dying of the venom.
No, I always worry about making a mess. You don't want to make a mess. That's because
No.
the laundry room is a
We're
common
talking about
area.
venomous snakes of the world here that can get into your bloodstream and be toxic. But I will tell you the way I felt when I moved to Florida. I don't know if you feel the same way, Josh. When I moved down here full time, I said, okay, well, now I'm going to have experience with all the stuff that's
Yeah.
down here, and
Yeah.
it really turned out to be much ado about nothing. Do we have alligators? Yes, we do.
yeah.
You know, but you don't think about them. And they probably are the same way in Australia with all the Gribblies they have in Australia. If it comes into your world,
Do they
it's-
have
it's
gators
still-
and crocs in Australia?
That's a great question. I know they have them.
I think they've got Crocs
in Africa. They have,
right?
Do they have Crocs down there?
Well, they have to wear something on their feet.
Well, and the crocodile hunter was from Australia, right?
Yes.
So I
Well,
yeah,
assume
but
that
how
means there's
six-
crocodiles.
How successful was he? Maybe there's no more because he was that good of a hunter.
I think that the things that would freak me out would be the venomous spiders. I'm trying to think of the one that
Oh,
the
we
web.
had the,
Well,
and
it's
the guy actually got bit on purpose on his video, right? You showed me that at one point.
Well, it's a God. What is it? It's in a cone web. The webs look like cones, and they're very venomous and they're very large as
Yeah.
well. So it's just that's why this show kind of let me down and I didn't keep watching it. It was a bit of a drag. What I did watch was at the direction of Rob Spiewak. He told me to watch White Lotus because Arnold's son is on it. Now, I watched episode 1. They drop every week now. That's
Yes.
the way HBO Max is doing it, or HBO is doing it.
Australia has crocodiles, no alligators.
That's right.
the
Okay, so they have the
confirmation.
Crocs. The White Lotus, a very, very powerful franchise for HBO, and this season, no exception. Season 1, watched the entire episode. Huge Walton Goggins fan. Not really sure. I want to see his character get a little developed, please. You know,
He seems like right now it seems like it's Baby Billy on vacation.
And it also seems like if I was to bet the profession from the clues they give you, I would say Hitman, but I don't know yet. But
No,
maybe
they've set so many places. They've set the table for a lot of things here, and there's mysterious stuff, and then there's the whole thing with Cousin Rico, who is returning from season 2, which is that's an odd thing as well.
And if you're gonna send someone back from an episode, Cousin Rico might not be at the top of the hit parade for me to bring back. But
Well,
I'm
having
sure he's
just
fine.
having just watched season 2 again, I over the weekend binged the entire first 2 seasons, so I would be ready for the new one.
Oh, so you're ready. So you saw the fabulous season 2 where
Oh,
Jennifer
so good.
Coolidge hits her head and goes into the drink and is gone forever, right?
Yeah, she's on the murderous boat of rapery.
That's number 2. Is that season 2?
That's season 2. Season
Okay.
1 is the 2 couples and the family with Steve Zahn. And
Yeah.
also-
Okay. All right. It's a great franchise. I love
Oh,
the
I
theme.
love it.
It's really, really terrific. This
and you
one,
guys
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
informed me that that's Uncle Rico. I never
'Cause
put
he
2
looks
and 2
that
together
old.
that it's the same actor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
that
looks
is him.
really old.
Now I
That is
see
him.
it.
And in season 3, which has only dropped one episode,
Yeah.
I'm sure Rob and I recognized like instantaneously when the model came over to the bar, and it's like I had a fight with my boyfriend. And you look
Yeah,
over, and there
you
he is,
knew.
and
Yes.
it's Uncle
Well,
Rico again.
Because you
know?
might not remember from season 2 when he was introduced as Jennifer Coolidge's. I guess they were planning to get married. I
No,
don't
they got
think-
married.
They did get married.
Yes.
But the thing is that he has a mysterious past. Remember, there was a picture of Rico on the boat that Jennifer Coolidge was stuck on in
Right.
season 2, and she said, "How could we know about him?" And why?
Well, he
is
was
his
on the
picture
boat
here?
because he had contracted with the 2 guys to bump her off, right?
No, he left. Remember, he said he had a 2-day trip he needed to take.
Yeah,
No,
but
that
he
was,
had,
no,
but
that was
he
on
had-
purpose.
Yeah, on purpose
Yeah,
because he had set her up to get killed.
Right.
Right. But he was out of town when she got killed.
Yeah, it's called an
Rob,
alibi.
It's an alibi. Duh.
Yeah, but you just said he was on the boat, duh. He's not on
No,
the boat, duh.
no.
The picture was on the boat. That's
That's
when
right.
she discovered the picture. Duh. It was the whole idea was that Uncle Rico blew out of town and
Right.
his buddies were going to off her.
We're agreeing. We're agreeing.
And that's why they were married
It
because
just
he
sounded like we were disagreeing because you're so defensive. I was
Yeah.
just trying to say, yes.
No.
Yes, you kept
Rob.
saying no. You're
Well,
doing
I
a
heard
Dennis
he was
Murphy
on the,
number
no,
on us.
I am
No.
not doing Dennis Murphy. I heard that you said he was on the boat. I misunderstood that you were saying the picture was on the boat.
But Rob, you're acting like he was the victim that his wife got killed.
no,
where
not
where
at
he's
all.
the guy. That's what he does. He marries rich and kills him.
That's right. So I like to see what he has to do with this. I like bringing a character from the past into a new White Lotus resort with some little continuity.
Well, and the Melinda lady is going to recognize him because she was in the last one as well.
Which one is Melinda?
the black lady.
Oh, that's right.
was
That's
Jennifer
right.
Coolidge's, like, assistant.
Who's training to bring some of the techniques at this spa
Yes.
to her other spa. And then
Because it was left, she was asking Jennifer Coolidge to give her money, seed money, to start her own business,
That
and
is-
did not get it.
that is correct. But the main reason you wanted me to watch it was for the
Patrick.
the Patrick Schwarzenegger, who the very youthful Patrick Schwarzenegger, who is
yeah.
married famous, right? He's married to somebody famous, isn't he? Patrick Schwarzenegger. Did he get married to a famous celebrity, or is that a
I
younger?
would think
Schwarzenegger?
the celebrity married into the Kennedys. That's sort of marrying in.
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no. I thought he was part of I thought Patrick Schwarzenegger was part of a Hollywood couple. I don't know. Whether
He is engaged to Abby Champion.
Is she an actress?
She does weather on Good Morning America.
That's Sam Champion.
How's that?
All right. So yeah, he's quite the looker, and we see almost all of his private area, but not quite.
You weren't
right?
paying attention to the mirror.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could see it all in the mirror.
You could see his schwanz in the
Yes.
in the mirror. His Milton Berle was. By the way, that's the new name for it on this show.
Okay.
Show us your Milton Berle.
All
All right, that's it, and it gives everybody the chance to have a long one.
And it looks
That's
like his
what it is.
fiance is a model.
A model.
Okay.
All right.
But
Why do I think did he date someone famous at some point? Did he have a relationship with someone famous?
seems like
I
it may
thought
have
there was
been,
a
yeah.
celebrity couple with Schwarzenegger a few years back. I really thought that he was dating somebody and maybe they broke up, or but he is on the White Lotus. He plays the very testosterone laden older son of this family that is vacationing there. I found episode 1 of White Lotus. If you're a connoisseur of the franchise, as we are, just a little sluggish getting off to it, but that's not unusual for this
No,
show.
they gotta
it
set
takes
their-
them a while.
They got to set their table. So yeah, I thought that I didn't realize that I should look in the mirror. But Josh, thank you for the tip.
yeah. You got to pay more attention.
But I
Yeah.
will say two things about that: is that in the first 2 seasons,
Are we supposed to infer that the younger brother is gay due to his fascination with his brother's nudity?
No, I think
No.
that he's just screwed up because he also
He's got the weird relationship with his sister, too.
Yeah. That's weirdish.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
In the past 2 seasons, the White Lotus franchise has admitted to using prosthetic penis on 2 different people. So this might not actually be a Schwarzenegger penis.
Okay, that's by the way.
But it's
if
definitely
I
a
was
sh-
an actor,
Yes.
I would insist on the prosthetic.
Well, I would have a prosthetic made of mine and put it on other actors.
But not you.
No.
You would
No.
wear someone else's prosthetic.
No, I would just wear
Dirk Diggler's prosthetic.
According to the chat, he previously dated Miley Cyrus.
There you go.
Oh, see, there you go.
There it
Mike.
is. I
You
knew it
nailed
was a famous person. I knew it was a big Hollywood couple. And right now, I'll stay with it. And it just seems to me to be a little bit hinky with the beginning.
I look forward to how it goes.
It has the potential. I will just go on record because I like to cover my bases on this type of stuff. I think it has the potential to totally jump the shark. Because
yeah.
I do not find any of the characters truly compelling, as I did when you had F. Murray Abraham, and you had Christopher from The Sopranos, and you had Jennifer Coolidge. You had real character power on that.
I like
I'm
the
not
characters.
Sure.
I like the characters of the 3 girls that sort of hate each other, but they're on
Yeah, but they're
vacation
very
together.
bland. And is that Molly Sims, by the way? Is that
I
think
believe
it's,
so, yeah.
Who was most recently in the film The Wrong Missy? I believe that she's in that movie as well, but I could be wrong about that. But it's
Taylor Swift was also on his list.
Oh, really?
of
I
previous.
wonder if he got any songs written about him.
That's incredible. So he has been quite the swordsman. So this might be typecasting
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
he's professing his
But
his
don't you wish he had
lust.
the accent? That's what I
Yeah.
thought the whole time watching him. Is
Like his
he doesn't-
father's.
He doesn't sound like his
father's
dad.
accent. And
Yes.
we're here in the Thailand. going out. And by the way, it works when I've got a little cold, so I'll dive in. It works with the Thailand and things where we go out and the lizards and the monitor lizards on the bridges that we have, and the monkeys in the trees.
So many monkeys.
And the delicious poisonous fruit that you can't eat with the trees dropping the fruit around and all
I
of
know
that stuff.
it's an adult resort, Arnold, and so you're not going to see a lot of
Yes.
Kinder there.
Yeah,
But-
that's right. No Kinder.
9 Kinder. But I'm wondering about your son.
Nicht Kinder.
I'm wondering about your son. That could be a fake penis, but I know what's definitely real that he showed.
No, I said to Patrick, if you want to accelerate your career and stuff, if you want to really put things turbocharged in your career, you show the ass. Show your ass. If you show your
Like you
ass
did
like
in
I did in Terminator,
Yes.
you will be very, very popular. And people will just remember you. And it doesn't even have to be a good scene. It doesn't even have to be a great movie or picture that I like to call them pictures.
Sure.
You don't, if you show your ass, they'll remember you, even if they don't remember the picture.
Didn't
see.
you try to show your ass in Jingle All the Way?
Yes, Sinbad nixed it and said, no, we're going to get, it will get in the way of the comedy. I requested in all of my movies.
Of your what?
That, my movies. After
Mine
Kindergarten
movies.
Cop, I said, no Kinder. And Jingle All the Way and Kindergarten Cop, no more children.
Yes.
And then I also requested from my agent that I show my ass in every movie. Some said yes, some said nine.
I can't remember, Arnold. Did you show your ass in Twins?
Yes, Danny
And wasn't it
DeVito's
right at DeVito
little
level?
tiny hairy ass and mine. That's what it was.
But
It
but
was
your
great.
ass is sort of at his level.
Yes, but we weren't together when we saw that.
Oh,
in
it's
the,
different
you know,
scenes,
I
yeah.
would create scenes. I would write them in my own book and say, how about a sauna? How about we put a scene in the sauna with the twin brothers, with Danny
I
DeVito?
think it's
It'd be
pronounced
hysterical.
sauna.
Are you kidding me? It'd be absolutely just mind-numbingly funny and stuff. But they disagreed with that. And so it's on to Patrick. And now that I'm a little older,
Yeah.
I say, drop trow. Show your Schwanzstücke wherever you go. That's the idea.
Did you know that's a White Lotus tradition that in the first episode of every season was full frontal male nudity?
That's
a great. I love tradition.
I say yes. That's great.
Do you have any traditions in the Schwarzenegger house?
Yes, yeah. When we dance around the Stille Nacht, Silent Night, we sing it. We are fully nude. When we
nice.
sing Stille Nacht, and we each hold a candle that is lit, and each candle is as long as we are long.
Oh, so you have to earn the candle.
So if you look around the room and you see whoever's holding the shortest candle, well, it goes without saying. Am I right?
Well, isn't that Maria?
no, the women don't participate.
Oh, okay. Not even the housekeeper?
Nine.
Okay.
Nine. No, all men. All
I know
men
you
with
were very close.
Various sizes of candles.
I remember back when you were making my favorite movie of all time, really,
Yes.
True Lies. Did you ever show your ass to Tom Arnold?
Never had the opportunity.
Did he show his ass to you?
He was always asking me to do blow.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I did all the drugs: ecstasy, Molly, heroin. I did all the drugs, but due to my workout schedule and the fact that my body was such a conditioned machine,
Yeah.
none of the drugs had any effect with me. They did not do that. They would not mess with my body. you
Can
see.
I ask a very personal question, Arnold?
Well, you
And
certainly haven't
decline
held
it.
back till this point.
Well,
my
this
friend.
is next. This is next level.
Yes, I wish I
those
had a
drugs that you
cigar.
took. Those
Yes.
drugs that you took during True Lies. Did you take any of them rectally?
Suppositories, you mean?
Yeah, for the ass.
Tom Arnold came in one day and said, "This is when Molly was new."
Yeah.
And he said, "I've got some Molly. Put it under your tongue. And when you put that under your tongue, just take a little, it would almost look like a small piece of balled up chewing gum." And he said, "Put this up there." I said, "Where?" He said, "You know, Arnold, put it up there." I said, "In mine ass?"
Yes, that's what
He said
meant.
yes, and I don't even know what the drug was. I don't remember. It's too long ago. I think it was a cannabis type thing, a cannabis-derived substance that I put there.
It
know?
could
And
have
now,
been witch hazel. You know,
and here's
just to
the
help you
strange
out.
thing, right? Am I right? Oh, the world now is using all those products, right? Don't you advertise them on your show? You've
Yeah.
got all the gummies and the drinks with the hops and the hop waters and all the things that are put in there with the raspberries and the cannabis products and the T-shirts. All that goes together. Am I
I'm
right
looking
with
now.
that?
I'm looking on Arnold at The Last Action Hero. Do you remember that picture?
Yeah, that was a good one. Lots
was-
of shoot 'em ups and fast chases.
1993. There's a couple great cast members I'd like to ask about.
That's before I was governor of California.
That's right. This is 32 years ago, Arnold.
By the way, still, I go down in history as one of the most popular governors of California that ever lived.
Amen.
Well,
More
and
popular than Jerry Brown, more popular than Gray Davis, more popular than lots of them, you see.
God,
How
you
about
work
that?
with everybody. Did you
Yeah.
show your ass to Lisa Gibbons?
Lisa Gibbons, you mean Entertainment Tonight?
Yeah, she played herself in Last Action Hero.
No, I never had the pleasure.
Well, you did have a nude scene in Terminator.
Terminator was a fantastic scene where I said, give me your clothes. And, of course, I am born from space
Right.
as the Terminator, and then I don't have any clothing, and I need to get clothing.
You got to get dressed because you have to pursue Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor. And then later on, as the franchise develops, I end up protecting her, okay?
That's
Isn't
irony,
that great?
isn't it? Isn't that
yeah,
irony?
that's irony. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Irony. I like that word. Irony. It
What
has
about-
nothing to do with iron.
Now, in Last Action Hero,
Yeah.
did you show your ass to Art Carney?
Art Carney was a genius comedian. You might remember him from The Honeymooners. That he was with Gleason.
The great one.
And they would do the scenes that were like slapsticks and great fun. To the Moon, Alice, and that's when
funny.
that's back when wife beating was socially acceptable, and it was very funny.
Times
when he
have
would
changed, haven't they?
I'll give you a knuckle sandwich to the moon, Alice.
Yeah.
And the audience would laugh hysterically because Ralph Cramden was just about to beat his wife
Because she didn't comply.
or she annoyed him in some small way.
Did Maria ever annoy you?
Yes, but it was not anything that resulted in any sort of physical violence. It
you
resulted in me having relations with a maid on the washing machine.
The housekeeper.
The housekeeper and fathering a child out of wedlock.
Quite like if Maria annoyed you, like she went out and bought an expensive hat and
Yes.
you didn't have the money for it. And would you punish her in any way, like by showing her your ass?
No, I did not. I'm not sure where you're going with this. I think you've gone down a road you can't even get back out of yourself. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this right
No,
now.
I
If
just-
Maria, first of all, we had money. You know that I've been a very big Mr. Olympia and
But
movie
aren't you a
star for all
tightwad?
of my
A
life.
legendary tightwad.
No, it didn't matter. What's a hat here or there? Okay, what's a chapeau?
Did you ever buy a hat or perhaps a helmet?
Yeah, I have a collection
That's good.
from the fatherland. That's where you want it.
No,
He's
no.
gotten what he wants now. I had it from the fatherland. I'm really tired of being Arnold. Can I leave now?
Yes, go see the housekeeper.
Thanks so much.
Arnold
That's
did
good.
did comment on the show in the first episode saying the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
So we got a good look at Patrick Schwarzenegger, and Arnold commented on his
Yes.
prowess. See, I think Arnold's very hip to that. He doesn't care. It's not.
Well-
he was, a conservative politically, but it
Well,
didn't,
and he's got
take away
that
from it.
Terminator scene where everything's swinging around.
Yeah.
And they're
So
about,
he's
they're both well
comfortable there.
endowed men. I believe if you go back and look at interviews, there may have been an attribution that was given to Maria Shriver where she described having relations with Arnold similar to being mounted by a horse.
I remember that.
Do you remember that? Wasn't
Yeah.
she like talking with other people? And it was like a second party relayed. She didn't give a direct quote to the interviewer, but she had referenced
Yeah,
referenced
she said
it,
that
right?
to Sergeant Shriver. is who she said that to, and he
Okay,
leaked it.
You bring it. You're just like showing off the names you remember. I mean, please explain for those people that might not remember who Sergeant Shriver was.
Not a military guy, amazingly. He married into the Kennedy family. Didn't he marry?
Yes.
Was it Ethel that he married?
I don't know. Not Ethel. Ethel was married to Robert F. Kennedy.
Oh, okay. They had another kid. Well, Maria Shriver is Sergeant Shriver's daughter. You know who might be her mom? Eunice. Eunice Kennedy.
Eunice Shriver, probably
Yes.
the mother of, and
Forgive
I
me,
think
forgive
Eunice
me.
no longer with us either. I
That's
believe.
right.
I
And
think
Sergeant
they're all
also
gone.
dead. Mhm.
I am
Yes,
not
he's
finding
passed.
any quote from Maria Shriver. You sure it wasn't the housekeeper?
No, because I just know that it wasn't a quote from Maria to an interview. It was something where
It was leaked.
she had described it to a friend. Of having relations with Arnold, that his prowess, that he was that. But look at the guy. I mean, he's
Yeah.
a bodybuilder
Yes.
and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it necessarily has to involve little Arnold. Or in this case, Big Arnold. It's probably just his size overall with the musculature and all of that. But
Maybe she
unlike Josh, I did not look in the mirror when I was looking at that
I didn't
scene.
either. I gotta
and
go
I did
back.
not rewind it either. I just, moved
But
right
you'll-
along.
You'll go back tonight.
Well, Mrs. O'Mara has not seen the episode. I watched it on my own, and Carla has been doing a lot of the lifting when it comes to my son's extracurricular activities, and he had a D-bat, which, for those of you that don't know, that is a batting cage where the Little League team went last
Oh,
night. He's
okay.
playing on 2 different Little Leagues, so that's what
That's
he's up
one
to right
definition
now.
of D-bat. Arnold Schwarzenegger also has a D-bat, but it's a different thing.
Yes, a big bat.
Yes. Oh,
That's
I
what
found
it is.
here who she was talking to, Mike.
Who?
She was talking Maria Shriver when she talked about the way Arnold made love. She was talking to the ladies from Grey Gardens.
Grey Gardens. There it is. That's right. Yes, she was talking to the ladies
Little
from Grey
Evie.
Gardens. Fascinating. We have to take a break right now,
must.
ladies and gentlemen. Let's please get me out of this. But check it out, White Lotus. If you want to see Peni, if that's your
Yeah.
bag. And I know many of our listeners, male and female, like to see a good penis every now and then. So
Any
check
penis,
out
really.
any penis, really. Sure, why not? As long as it's a celebrity penis. White Lotus on HBO as we speak. Episode 1 already dropped. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, I want to take this opportunity to share something with you that I find very, very gratifying each and every day. As a matter of fact, I'm probably on I'm number 2. I was using this earlier today. This is my second packet of Liquid IV.
Well, you're
This
recording
is-
later in the day, so you've had chance to really hydrate yourself. You must feel dynamite if you've already had 2 Pizza Hut cups full of Liquid IV.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I am not a doctor. I'm not going to give you any medical advice, but I am going to tell you that I am, at the late stages of a little head cold, and I have been taking various, cold over-the-counter cold remedies. And I find myself getting dehydrated when I take those because
Yes.
they kind of dry you up.
Decongestants,
Liquid IV is my godsend for this. It makes me feel so much better when I'm dealing with a cold. Now, they don't talk about that, but it's just something that I wanted to share with you. Whatever you do it your way with Next Level Hydration, powered by Live Hydroscience. I love Liquid IV. It's great. It's got 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drinks and essential vitamins and 0 junk. Doesn't have it's non-GMO, it's vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Flavors for days. Grape, pina colada, sugar-free options like raspberry lemonade and rainbow sherbet, or the white peach that I'm enjoying right now, or the lemon lime. It's so good. It's
Your
way
favorite.
better than any sports drink. And if winter dryness is creeping up on you, Liquid IV to the rescue, because I know we're going to talk about it a little later. A lot
Yes.
of winter creeping into the United States right now. Be like Rob. He uses it as an exfoliating body scrub as well, and he never smelled better. Tear, pour, live more. Liquid IV. Embrace your rituals with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com, everybody. Time for a little news. Slow news day. And I don't say that very often, but it really is. It's something that happens periodically where there's not a whole hell of a lot going on.
Right.
But we start today with a very interesting human interest story because everyone has had bad mornings, but it's difficult to have your worst morning within about 1 minute of waking up. This has gone viral, and it's a guy that got his morning started, and it went from bad to horrific in 60 seconds, and then it was so unusual, people posted it, other people posted it. You know how the drill works.
Yeah.
He said he had a late night, and he needed to get up early, so he was exhausted when his alarm went off at 8 a.m. If you have a late night and you're getting up early and you call early 8 a.m., I am jealous of you, okay?
Yeah.
I am jealous of you, my friend. Must be
As a rule, 8 a.m. is a sleep-in for me, right?
Sounds like douchebag 20s or 30s to me,
Yeah,
Rob, when
could
he
be,
says,
yeah.
I had a late night and I set the early alarm for 8 a.m. He fumbled with his phone, trying to snooze the alarm on the phone, and in the process, he hit the power button 5 times. Now, when you hit the power button on this particular phone, it was a Google Pixel. See, I don't know the Google Pixel. I don't know it at all. Yeah, I know it's different. It set off an emergency SOS call, and his usual alarm turned into a blaring siren.
Oh, God.
I don't know if this is all captured or not, but here's what he said. I saw the notifications for calling 911 and stuff about sending location and whatever else to emergency contacts, and I'm thinking, oh, no. Emergency services are going to come, and my friends will get scared.
Right.
Would that be the friends that lived in his apartment or something? And
Well, they all
the
meet
friends,
they all meet down at the coffee shop. You know?
It sounds like that.
Or the friend on the bunk bed above him.
He canceled everything, but then started getting texts from the aforementioned friends. They were saying that he'd sent them photos and video from his bed. There's a feature on his phone. Boy, this Google Pixel. I thought the iPhones were complicated.
I just
huh?
tried it on the iPhone. You press your power button 5 times on the iPhone, and it asks if you want to call emergency services. It
All right.
doesn't just
And
do it.
also, if you try to shut down, it puts 2 slides up. One is shut off your phone. The other is 911.
Right.
And I've slid that by accident.
But
I'll
I
explain.
imagine this photo feature is for like an accident.
Well, I think it is. There's a feature on the Google Pixel that sends images when an emergency is triggered.
Oh, it sends the photos? Oh, no.
Now, the thing about it is, though, it's like if you're in an accident where they want to send pictures of your condition, odds are your phone is not going to be angled in such a way that it's going to show you. But in this particular circumstance,
Right.
it was angled that it could show him. And the problem was he was naked. He was Patrick Schwarzenegger naked. So 12 emergency contacts were sent images of him nude. And
That's not good. I
That
like that.
included his ween, and of
Yeah.
course, that's why the whole thing went viral, because his friends posted the picture of his, as
I
they
think
like
he
to
did it
call
on purpose.
You think it was a
I think
total
it was-
fabrication?
I think it was staged by HBO
Yeah.
for a
Well,
White Lotus.
All I know
Or
is
he
his
posed
built-in
for the
burl was
photo.
everywhere to be seen in the United States. That's
Mike,
it.
the thing that I love about the iPhone is you can tell it to snooze. You don't have to touch it. You just say, "Hey Siri, snooze," and it does it. So
You know, with all due respect to users of the Apple products, I have an iPhone, and I find the iPhone to be a pain in the ass with butt dialing because I don't remember to lock it every time
Yeah.
I'm done using it, and I will accidentally butt dial.
I think
And
I've
you're
probably
naked
butt
when
dialed
you do
everybody
that.
in this room, right? I've butt dialed
Of
both
course.
of you guys before,
Yes.
right?
yeah, and you're naked when you butt.
Oh, and
dial.
Josh got mad at me again for not responding to texts today.
I didn't get mad at you at all.
You know,
I just-
you were just you were sending I need to know
Well,
the information
yes.
that you wanted, and I was because Carla
Because Carla was asking me if I got
she's a
approval from you
fabulous
yet.
texter. She's a fabulous texter.
She is great.
She gets back to everybody. I
I
understand
love
that.
that sometimes Carla will text. Sometimes she will actually reply with a voice memo, which I find delightful. So much better than having to read a text.
Yeah, let me see what
But
it says.
how impatient was Josh? Did he send a follow up with a question?
Well,
mark?
he sent it was artwork. I don't have to
sent-
say what the artwork was
Right,
about.
right.
And then after the artwork, he said, Mike. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yes. And
Hold on, I'll sit.
This is how Josh texts.
Mike. Mike. Need your approval on this label.
Oh, it's a label?
Did I give
It
that
could
away?
be a label,
Sorry about that.
but so many things have labels.
By the way, now I can tell you
Two
we
hours.
didn't-
Two
we
hours
communi-
between text messages, by the way. From when I first sent it to tagging him, asking for an
Well,
approval.
sometimes Mike's internet's a little slow, so don't worry about it.
Was it 2 hours?
Well, and the only reason I then asked again is because Carla asked me if I got approval yet from Mike,
Okay.
so that we could get moving on it.
2 hours.
8:30,
tell you what.
8:30 and 10:30.
I will text Josh back as soon as I watch this motion picture. All I have
Just trying
to
to
do
see the first timestamp.
watch
Well,
a
the-
picture
Yeah,
like
you're
this
right.
picture.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, when did I send that? Okay. Yep, you're right. Okay, got it.
Hey, but you know what? The result worked, and everything's great now.
Yes.
Yeah. He gives me an applause sign. Oh, awesome. Thanks for getting back. Yes, Rick. I know. I'm doing the best I can.
I
Things
am
are moving
going
on the Mike O'Mara show,
I'm
folks.
gonna text Josh as soon as I drive north of Baltimore. That's all I got to do.
Man, I'm sucking this down today.
I know.
Oh my God. Hey, it's time to move on to the next story, is it
Do.
not? Social media doesn't seem to have a problem generating negativity on its own, so this may sound surprising at first. Instagram is testing a dislike button, but it could actually be a good thing. They claim it's a private downvote to signal that you don't like something, and it's targeted at comments, not people's posts. No one will see that you disliked it, and the downvotes won't be counted and shown publicly like on you. Then what the F
Yeah, what's
is
the
the
point?
point?
So you won't see that person's comments anymore.
Okay.
It's to for you to teach Instagram what you like.
Oh, yeah, because downvoted comments will be pushed to the bottom or hidden
Okay.
altogether. There's something unsatisfying about that. I think if you dislike what someone says, challenge them,
I think
confront them.
Well, I think that's what it is. I think it's in response to the political discussions going on lately, where
Yeah.
no one wants to hear the other side.
Right.
So let's just hide them.
And people like Greg Gutfeld are getting like rave reviews in Variety magazine. I read an article profiling that hump, and it made me want to
He's
barf.
really
so I-
great, isn't
so
he?
I
He's
should
so funny. No,
I
he's
should cancel that interview for next week.
Oh my God! Please, Jesus. An exec says with what company? With Instagram. An exec says this is a test. Eventually, we may integrate this signal into comments ranking to de-emphasize disliked comments or. Are we at a point now where these suits that have these jobs or these sweater wearers that have these, aren't we getting a little, isn't it just getting overwhelming? All of it?
It's the seed of a good idea. How I would do it if I ran Instagram would be the dislike would show up. It would send an immediate notification to the person who wrote the comment you disliked and give them a mild shock.
But
What if you had a certain quota of negativity in your quiver, right? Where you could only be negative to a point and then they would freeze you out for a while. How spectacular. How about
that'd
if we doggy trained people with a shock collar to not be negative? Wouldn't that
That'd be
be
great.
spectacular?
but they don't care about that. They just want to know what you like and what you don't like, so they can send more ads your way.
Well,
they just want to know you more.
Yeah.
make
that's
sure
all
they
it is.
don't send any Greg Gutfield ads to Mike.
No,
He doesn't
no.
like that.
Gutfeld, not
Gutfeld.
Gutfield.
Yeah. I
It's
can
not
mispronounce his name.
Gutfield, Rob.
I can
It's
mispronounce his name.
F-E-L-D.
I don't care.
and
Greg
and
Gutfeld.
Tyrus.
I just clicked on
Lots of praise
dislike
for
on him.
Tyrus being on there too.
Let's see. See, that's his sidekick. I know a lot more
Yeah.
about these people
No,
than
I
you
know
give
you
me
do.
credit for. I know.
I forget the girl's name.
He's got the African American there to legitimize him. I understand how.
Right.
I understand how they work, Mr. Man. Anyway, it's only a test right now. Instagram's parent company, Meta, has tried similar things with Facebook several times, and they've come and gone without sticking. But I agree with Josh that
Yeah.
ultimately this is just what do you like, what don't you like, what can we sell you that you can eat.
My favorite, my parent company is Feta. It's based in Greece.
We no longer have the wallet company, do we? The Groove Life wallet company?
No, as
No.
a matter of
As
fact,
an
I'm
advertiser?
no longer using my Groove Life wallet.
Why is that?
No, but I still get the ads.
Yeah.
I had to go back, Mike. I wanted to go back to my traditional wallet.
Oh, that's okay. That's fear of change.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another subject right
Yeah,
now.
please.
Blake Lively wasn't in Taylor Swift's luxury suite during the Super Bowl. Remember when I said it was a slow news day? Well,
Sure.
this is the fourth item on my list. Taylor didn't attend the SNL 50 anniversary special
What?
with Blake and Ryan Reynolds. Are you guys doing a thing on SNL
Yeah,
50?
we
And
are, as a
whether you
matter
like
of
it or
fact. Mm-hmm.
not? And it might be because Taylor is on a break from Blake. Oh, what do you
Blake
mean a
break?
But they're not dating.
Well, I mean, and
People?
also
No.
a break is stupid.
No, it's simple. Blake's been in the news headlines for the lawsuit and like bad news, so Taylor separates herself.
Or,
So she
or
doesn't
Taylor
get wrapped
has her
into the
publicity
Taylor.
machine send out a "we're taking a break from each other,"
Right.
Because that's
It's all about
keeping your
image.
name associated with her without being. Oh shit! Her name got dragged into the feud with Justin Baldoni, the co-star and director. Blah 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 blah. We know the whole deal.
You will not go to the Super Bowl. You stay home.
Did you ever watch It Ends With Us, Rob? Did you ever watch that?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. A source says, quote, Taylor's really hurt by this whole situation. I don't think
Who cares?
so for a second. I think
You
it's
know
a
what?
lie.
She deserves to step on a tack once in a while. Her life is too good.
She didn't do anything.
Right.
She's not involved in it. She's just a friend.
Do you think this will be your last story about the Super Bowl?
Well, next week he can have the projections for next year's Super Bowl.
I'm just talking about the last
And-
Super Bowl.
and
This
the,
story, because I really, really kind of liked that movie because
Yeah.
I really and I like from
Cancer.
a purely
was that a cancer movie or was that the abuse movie?
that was the abuse movie.
Oh, okay, abuse.
Oh,
And
I
Blake-
like abusive cancer movies if we can make one.
Blake Lively, I've always found to be quite fetching, and I like her in movies. This movie, the guy was so great at playing a creep, and the idea of him, it is so
Almost
such
like it's real life.
Yes, it's a non-stretch to think this guy could be a nasty, and then you hear the leaked voice messages that he leaves in the wee hours of the morning, and he is a creep.
Yeah.
He's just creepy, and there are different kinds of creepy. There are look at that bus driver creepy. You know, I'm a little nervous about my kid getting on that bus creepy. And then there are I'm such a good-looking guy creepy guys that I can get away with anything creepy. Hollywood uses them a lot. And
yeah.
that's what this Justin Baldoni is. Now, with that said, I've also seen Blake Lively in many of her interviews that comes across like a biatch on wheels. And I think that there is a little blame to go around between these two when you see this. But who knows? But they've created this monster, and I don't doubt for a second that it's probably extremely difficult for Blake Lively to, soldier on with her career, especially when she's married to a megastar.
Right.
It's just a weird thing. The source says Taylor wants nothing to do with this whole ordeal. I think that's 100% true. I bet she doesn't want to be anywhere near it. She has managed her PR like a champ and gotten through a very public romance without any bumps in the road. Not yet. Wait till he retires. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
Well, how did he handle that loss?
He's very upset, right? Wasn't he? Wasn't he really bummed out?
I'm sure.
I mean, I think he was, I don't know. But
He he definitely had a sourpuss. He didn't look happy leaving the
He had
stadium.
a sourpuss.
Mr. Sourpuss.
Say that to him. Walk right into the line. Well, look at Mr. Sourpuss.
Hey, I've got a message from your brother. He says, "What's the matter, Mr. Sourpuss?"
Yeah, but Rob, fear not. No
Okay.
no more Super Bowl for you because I think it's definitely played out, right?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
wasn't slighting you. I was just curious if we had any other stories to look ahead to.
No, I understand, and there, enough, just constant.
Right on.
Serena Williams appeared in the Super Bowl halftime show
Great.
with Kendrick Lamar. She did a crip walk during "Not Like Us," a song that's a direct attack on Drake, who just happens to be Serena's ex. So, was she sending a message? Apparently not. Replying to a tweet about the show, she said, quote, "Def not dancing to be petty, LOL. I think I proved 23 times over, not counting 4 gold medals, that I simply don't have time for petty." She added, quote, "All love and respect always, nothing negative here."
Oh, it was petty.
Yeah, it
But
was.
not about
of course.
not about Drake. It was about her. She got in trouble for doing that at the Olympics years ago.
She did indeed. The real reason that she crip walked been pretty well established.
Yeah,
She and
still
Kendrick are
sounds
both
petty.
from Compton. That's where it originated. And Serena took heat for doing that dance after winning gold at the Olympics in 2012.
Josh
And
is great at doing the crip walk. I don't know if
Josh
you've
is
ever seen
great
it.
as a 40-something relating what the kids like in music with the Kendrick Lamar. When the people in my age group are sitting there, why y'all wearing those outfits? hey.
Well, the first name out for rumors for next year is Miley Cyrus. So
Oh,
that
really?
way
Love that.
everyone can understand what she says.
Bring it.
Yes, and I'm sure a lot of people, I can hear her.
Yeah.
I can
Exactly.
understand
and
her
that
and her
means
father.
we'll get some Dolly and maybe a certain redhead.
Oh, really? One can hope, Rob
Hey,
Spiewak.
everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
Yes, sir.
Don't miss Happy's Place, Friday nights on NBC and streaming live the next day on Peacock.
Finally today, a truck on a Florida highway turned over while going around a curve and spilled an estimated 44,000 pounds of beer.
Oh,
The Florida Highway Patrol shared photos on social media showing hundreds of cans of beer, including Budweiser and Busch Light, in the median of Interstate 75. Was on it twice today, baby. What a highway. Near mile marker 236 in Ruskin. Josh, do you know where Ruskin, Florida is?
I do not
happen
know
to
Ruskin, Florida.
Don't know Ruskin.
did
Happen
Teddy
to-
Ruspin come from there, the teddy bear?
I'm not sure. It's Ruskin, Ruskin.
Oh,
Like,
so it's not Ruxpin.
Investigators said the driver lost control while going around a curve, causing the semi to leave the roadway and end up on its side on the median. Florida Highway Patrol officials estimated 44,000 pounds of beer had to be cleared from the median. No problem. They just walked around Ruskin, handing
Here's
out
some
free
pictures.
plastic straws. Yeah, baby. There it is. There's the beer. I like beer. Beer.
You know what?
Anything better than beer.
If it had been 36 months ago, I might take a road trip.
Look at that. Yeah. Because they're not all busted. They're
No,
just
some of
out
them
there
are
running
great.
around.
But don't open them right away because they'll spray. They're shook up from the
Yeah, put a
wreck.
chill on them. Put them in your fridge, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Beer. Is there anything it can't do? I love beer. You know what I also love? I love protein. And I
Yes.
eat protein. And you can drink protein because protein is the key to all of your health goals. One of the biggest challenges to eating better is that so many better-for-you products taste nasty. They're not good. Well, there's a brand that has cracked the code on providing real nutrition that also tastes incredible. It's called Orgain. We love it here on the show. Its 30-gram protein shakes are an excellent source of complete protein. They're absolutely wonderful. Their 30-gram protein shakes are delicious, and you will love them. They have all 9 essential amino acids, and whether it's chocolate or vanilla, the taste is the best. It gives me energy, provides muscle support and recovery, helps manage hunger, and promotes healthy weight management. Orgain is convenient, real nutrition with only 1 gram of sugar per serving and no soy ingredients or artificial flavors or sweeteners. 30 grams of protein, and it tastes amazing. You'll never get me to budge until I finish my Orgain chocolate fudge. Boo. So deal with it. Orgain 30-gram protein shakes available at Costco and Orgain.com if you want to get in on the delicious protein-packed nutrition today. God, I usually show one on the show and drink it. I'd love one right now. Head to Orgain.com/TMOS. Once you're there, look around and get some Orgain in your cart. Then head to checkout. And when you're prompted to, use the promo code TMOS30 for 30% off your order. Remember, for 30% off, head to ORGAIN.com/TMOS and make sure you use the promo code TMOS30 during checkout so they know that we sent you. Thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. The next segment we're going to talk about.
I am driving through Ruskin this weekend
You are?
because it is just north of Sarasota,
Oh.
and I'm going to go check out some spring training
Oh.
When
Will
you
the
go
Orioles?
through-
Do the Orioles still train in Sarasota?
in Sarasota. Yes.
Oh man, yeah. One of the first spring training games I went to was an Orioles spring training game in Sarasota.
They used to spring train Mike in Aberdeen, Maryland, but the weather wasn't good, so they had to go.
They have a
they got the Ironbirds up there. They
they
still
have
got
a minor
the
league
little
team,
kids.
right? Don't they
Yeah.
have a minor league
Yep,
team up
low
in
A.
Aberdeen?
Yes.
Didn't Cal own that team in
He
the
did.
stadium for a
He's-
time?
Yep. He sold it to then be a minority Orioles owner
There
recently.
you go. There it is.
Okay.
We're going to get to Soroka family traditions in the next break, but I just wanted to get this off my chest, if I may. Suffering from a what is relatively minor head cold, and I know that a lot of people around the country are. We talked about it yesterday. The quademic with all the different things, the gribblies that people are getting out there. But I will tell you. To the Vicks family of products, to the people at the fabulous Vicks Corporation, makers of NyQuil and DayQuil and ZQuil and PQuil and whatever other quill they decide to do. Guys, I know you like to sell your products in packages of 2.
Right.
But I'm here to tell you, if you are really using the products as I do, properly to manage the symptoms of a head cold. And I have used those products for the last 10, 15 years regularly. When I get a head cold, I will tell you that it does not behoove you to put the NyQuil and the DayQuil in a 2-pack of similar size, because the very nature of the way you use the product means that you will go through the DayQuil infinitely more fast than you will the NyQuil, because the DayQuil is during your waking hours, in many cases 3 or 4 dosages of the DayQuil to 1 at nighttime.
Now, Mike, have you ever been to a liquor store?
Multiple times, Rob.
Yeah, I have too. And what they sometimes do is they'll put a small bottle of something they're testing attached to your regular bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
So let's say you buy Crown Royal, it might have like a little guy of Crown Royal Apple. And those were certainly the days. But what if they sold a full-size DayQuil with a smaller NyQuil so they balance out?
No, that's what they should do,
Now
but
we're
they
talking.
don't want to.
Yeah.
They want your whole $25.
And what do you have? Well, I'll tell you what we had this
Waste.
morning in the
Yes,
O'Mara
too much
household.
NyQuil.
We had 3, count them, 3 bottles of NyQuil and 3 empty bottles of DayQuil.
And they're just scattered around the house.
And it was morning time, and I had to go to Happy Valley this morning. Okay. And I had a very significant match that I had to play in this morning. And now the boys are both going, I knew it.
Oh, see, I thought the 3 o'clock start was you took NyQuil this morning.
Nope, absolutely not.
I thought you were worshiping.
Well, that's every day, Rob.
I know.
But it does not make sense.
Mike, just for fun, I brought up the Vicks family of products, and I'm
good.
curious
The real
which these have used.
Vicks. Yeah. I'd like to see as the
NyQuil?
readers come off here. Oh, you're not going to put them up on screen. Okay, NyQuil.
DayQuil.
Yes.
Remember, we never mentioned this. Vicks Formula 44.
Cough syrup.
Yes, old school stuff.
Yes, delicious.
VapoRub.
VapoRub.
VapoSteam.
Now, is that a product that goes into a steamer?
I think so.
Probably.
I think so.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Vicks Sinex Saline Ultrafine Nasal Mist. So Sinex is made by Vicks.
Sinex, which will blow your nasal passages,
but
open.
also cause more trouble in the long run.
Can be addictive.
Yeah, it is. Vapo patches, cream, and shower tablets such as Vapo Patch, Vapo Cream, and Vapo Shower. Don't forget Vapo Bath crystals. And they also make Vapo Cool and Flu Therapy. So that's what's under the Vicks umbrella.
That's it.
That's it. I don't think they make Lavoris must be separate now.
I don't think Lavoris is even made anymore.
I have no clue what
Vicks
that
has
is.
to be owned by somebody. It can't just be a standalone company.
You might be surprised. You never know with these big companies.
Yeah.
You never know what they make. But just a heads up on that, please. Get your act together.
I didn't know that. Who owns Vicks? Is iHeartRadio.com. No, they're owned by Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble.
Now, the cough syrups, as far as the over-the-counter version, you no longer can just buy a cough syrup with codeine, right? It's impossible, right?
No, you have to get a prescription, and I
right.
keep some just in case.
You know what? I know you didn't go to a meeting or anything like that, but you really probably should address that with a medical professional, because
only if I'm
with your
coughing.
situation, hold on a second, please. Hear me out. Might know a little bit about this. That falls squarely into the category of a substance. If you're battling alcohol.
I had a bad cough, a year ago, maybe a sinus infection, something
Doesn't
bad
matter.
enough that it was prescribed, and I used about half of it, and I saved it. Because you know what? It's the only thing that really helps you get through the night.
Well,
if you're
Kitty
coughing.
Dukakis, I'm just saying that it might be
Well,
a
she
situation.
drank rubbing alcohol. That's a little different.
No, but you're aware of the fact that that could be a slippery slope, right?
Yeah,
it could
yeah,
be a
of course.
trigger effect.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't touched it in a year. I just have it in case. Mike, I have a bottle of Crown in my house. It's also safe. I mean, it's not like if it's here, I have to go get it.
That you've done your own cold turkey and never really
Right.
researched or pursued like formal, like addiction therapy of any kind that would tell you things to look out for. You've kind of done it on your own, right?
Yeah, I did it on my own, and it's worked for me. And not to say that that's going to work for anybody else. It's just the way I
You
did
still
it.
count, right? You still how many?
Absolutely.
What was your last day check that
Over
you put up on?
over the weekend was 35 months. We're going on 3 years now sober.
Did you post about it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I do
good.
every time, and I'm not looking
Just
for
like to make
praise.
sure you're doing that because that kind of gives
What-
all of us that care about you a little pause to make sure that.
Well, it
you know,
also
you're putting that
reminds
out there.
me when it comes up in my memories that, this is the day and you're doing it. Because there are times.
35 months.
Yeah, so 3 years next month. I don't really miss it. There are times that I do a little bit, but I'm okay. It's not like I've ever done like a Days of Wine and Roses thing where I'm staring at the bottle. But I'm okay with cold turkey. I'm okay being around it. I'm okay with people drinking around me. But again, that's not for everybody.
Well,
And if I ever got into a situation where it was a problem, then I would look into the program. But I talked to my doctor about it. He says, I don't think the program is what you need.
That's
And I
good for
said-
when we show off the TMOS beer.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
This summer.
there'll be a non-alcoholic beer too, I'm sure.
And,
With my face on it.
The doctor that you spoke to is your general doctor. Your
No, it was
general-
my dentist.
No, seriously. I'm
Yeah, it
asking
was
you
my
seriously.
GP. It
and
was
what,
my
and-
GP.
And what did your doctor say?
He said, I don't think you're a candidate for the program. If you have been able to stay sober, keep it up. This is what's working for you. If you find trouble, consult the program.
That is a lie.
And I also got approval from my liver specialist that it was okay to eat fruitcake. So he said, if you ate enough fruitcake to harm your liver, you'd be dead from eating fruitcake.
That is a lie.
We have to take a break.
Yes.
You know, Rob pointed out that at the end of that clip, we get the slap.
Yeah, can you
from
do it
Joe
again and
Rivers.
really isolate?
That is a lie.
And are grown.
Gave it her all on that one. We're
She
taking
really
a break.
did.
When we come back, we're going to take a look into Soroka family traditions.
I love it.
And a brief weather update for Mr. Spiewak up there where it's still winter. Sometimes I forget down here. Completely forget. Really. We
it really is
absolutely,
up here.
we're not even aware of it when we're living down here. We'll be right back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. Giddy up, race fans. It's Derby time. Gentlemen, start your drinking. The Mike O'Mara Show Kentucky Derby Party is racing your way. Join us Saturday, May 3rd at 5 p.m. at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern for a night of fun, laughter, food, drinks, and, of course, the big race. Ladies, bring your fiercest, flyest, most fabulous. It should be ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it comes.
If you start with ladies, the message will not get through. Gentlemen and ladies is how it should be read. Gentlemen and ladies, bring your fiercest, flyest, most fabulous hats. Don't put gentlemen as a sidelight. You don't understand how important it is for me to see a sea of men in ladies' hats out there. I am
Mike,
all in on that.
Actually, I do understand, but
There.
I will combine that. I will. I understand
right.
the split message, and my apologies.
We want bold, feathered, fruity. We want big hats, floppy. The best part, it's free, so mark your calendars, tell your friends. RSV now so you can get in there because it's going to fill up quick. See you Saturday, May 3rd at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern. And remember, we haven't been back to D.C. in a long time.
Been a while.
Don't get happy. Now I'm off to visit my favorite Cooper. What?
Keep reading.
What is a Cooper?
You'll see.
You see, a Cooper makes barrels.
It's true.
And a freshly coopered barrel is how I transport my bourbon. It's a carry-on Mandatory.
No, it's a carry-on. You're not going to check your bourbon. When you fly up, it's a carry-on.
People can call Jimmy's at 703-435-JIMS or email Danielle.Jimmy'sOldTownTavern@gmail.com. Danielle, tighten up that address.
Yeah, and don't look at me when you get frustrated with that. I can't change that.
Yeah.
Danielle.Jimmy'sOldTownTavern@gmail.com.
When you're staying at the Sarita home, maybe you can help them set up a new email.
Is it confusing?
Yes.
It is?
I like that
Are
he
people
just
having
called-
trouble with it?
No. People are not having trouble with it.
Okay, good.
And I guess this is what he tells everyone.
All right.
But yes, it's not.
I love
It's
that
not the
you
best.
just called him Sarita. Jimmy Sarita.
Daniel.Jimmy'sOldTownTavern@gmail.com
Right.
for reservations.
And this will
She's
be
great.
my first time at Jimmy's.
Oh, wow. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. It's your kind of joint. I know you'll like it. It's sports. It's sports themed. It's all about it. It's fantastic. Now, Rob, you had brought up Soroka family traditions. What are we talking about? when we
Actually,
talk
it was
I
brought
did.
up to me by Josh.
Okay.
He said he had a tradition he was starting that I would love.
Yes.
Fascism?
Stop it. Now that's
Okay.
just
No, I'm
cruel.
just checking.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I started see, my kids now, last week, the last kid got a cell phone. So now all 4 of my kids have their iPhones.
Okay.
And they mostly just ignore me and don't call me, don't text me, don't anything. So I decided I'm going to start a tradition last week where I'm going to reach out to them every day. So I have been
Each kid, the grown ones and the young
Yes,
ones.
all 4 of them.
Okay.
So every morning for almost since this past Friday, so about 5 days now, every morning I send them a stupid dad joke
I love it.
via text,
So sweet.
and I get 0 response.
Well, here's the thing.
But I'm going to keep it going because one day they'll appreciate it, and one day when I'm gone, they'll miss it.
Wow, that's sort of
Well,
not the
yeah.
right angle to take, I don't
No,
think.
I'm saying they'll appreciate it, and it might take 50 years, but they'll appreciate it eventually.
See, what I would do is I would text them the dad joke. I love that it's consistent. I love that it's every day. And if they don't reply, you take the phone away.
Do you have an example of any of the dad jokes that you've sent them?
Well, yeah, I can tell you. Let's see. Today's dad joke.
Oh, good. Today's, the most recent
Yeah.
one would be the best.
Today's was the kids couldn't see the new pirate movie because it was rated R, and that's the type of jokes they
That's
get
cute.
every morning.
But that is traditional.
Yeah,
Classic
traditional.
dad joke.
Yep.
you know?
Yesterday, why was the superhero the one to flush the toilet?
Why was
Because it was his duty.
hold on? Oh,
Did I stumble
Okay.
through it?
It's his
Why was the superhero the one to flush the toilet?
I don't know. Why was the superhero the one to flush the toilet?
Because it was his duty.
That's very nice. That's
Yeah.
I like this. Thank you.
One daughter has liked one of the jokes in the past 5 days, and my stepson has asked me to explain one over the past 5 days.
Which one
and
did
no other.
required explanation?
Let's take a minute to remember boiled water. It will be missed.
Would you like to hear? I think to balance things out, would you like to hear one of my favorite Buddy Hackett jokes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, I need something
Would you
for
like
tomorrow.
to take this guy goes to the doctor and he says, doctor, I got this problem. Every time I sneeze, I have the reaction that you would normally have if if 2 people, while in a state of marriage, were enjoying each other's company in a biblical sense, and the moment of truth came when both of them joyously intertwined, experienced the explosive nature of the moment of pure ecstasy when the fireworks would explode and they would be filled with immense satisfaction because the act that they had participated in was closed and finished because the job was finished and it was fantastic. Every time I sneeze, that happens. The doctor says, so what do you take him for? He says, pepper.
All right.
I love it. And you don't bust out the Hackett very often.
No, Buddy
It looks
Hackett.
like it looks like a painful impression.
It's because Buddy Hackett was kind of painful to listen to, but he was known as one of the filthiest comedians on stage, which would have gotten me into the theater because I like a good dirty joke as much as the next person.
And don't forget, in The Music Man, he sang Shapoopy.
Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy.
We have to take a break. When we come back, do you have some beautiful video
Mike,
for us?
I've got some stuff that'll really head your head spinning.
And how's your weather up there? Sorry, I forgot to ask you about that.
Stop the music.
Stop the music for just a second.
Weather report. Spiewak weather report.
As recent as Monday of this week, Sunday going into Monday, they were calling for 6 to 8 to 12, some places in the area, 20 inches of snow.
Oh, wow.
We were going to get slammed.
When did they start getting hyped? On Mondays when they were talking about
they
it?
talked about this right after the last snow last week.
Okay, so they were leading up all weekend long into Monday. It is now Wednesday as we tape this show. Wednesday, the date is February 19th, ladies and gentlemen.
And the weathermen today said, well, it missed us. It kind of turned.
Bastards.
And, we'll not have
lying
any
sacks
snow.
of garbage.
But the greatest thing is they all say, and I flip around in the morning just to see what the other weather people say. He says, but it is going to be very cold.
You know what I think, Rob?
What's that, buddy?
I think really when they do that, what they should do is they should take their where their nether regions support their two balls that are they should tack them to the green screen where they have their weather map.
Do you feel that would give them connubial fulfillment?
Sure, and then take some pepper. That's the way it works.
Yeah, that's tradition in the Washington, D.C. area.
Yeah.
Really, a tradition. They know what grabs people more than in that market, more than any market in the United States when they have the snow, because people, the entire region of the infrastructure of Washington, D.C. goes, oh, we get to F off. And then they say, sorry, go to work and get fired. Which is what they're dealing with right now. We'll take a break.
Could you fire me before the snowstorm, please? Save me the
It's the only place where the Trump cuts will come in. I got fired today. Life throws a lot of garbage your way, literally. And as a certified grown-up, I don't always have time to run to the store for trash bags. It's a hassle, but while I hate garbage, I love rubbish. Let me explain. This podcast is sponsored, by Rubbish. Rubbish the product. Podcast what you're listening to.
Right.
Podcast, product. Rubbish, product. Different kinds of product. Anyway, Rubbish, makers of the best garbage bags on the planet. They're compostable, non-toxic, PFAS-free, and they even donate 10% of their bags to charity. Oh, and the best part, every box comes with a new funny saying on the bags.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Okay. Let's see. It says
we're
the bag half full type.
I like that. Like glass half full. You know what's great? These are trash bag themed jokes. These are like the jokes, Mike. These are like the jokes you'll see on Rob Spiewak's Sports Corner in this week's newsletter.
Very exciting. So even taking out the trash gets a little more fun. Rubbish was founded to solve all garbage problems, and honestly, these bags feel superior because they are superior.
They are.
So you can either spend $20 a month on a streaming service you never watch, or spend way less for top-tier trash bags with built-in comedy. The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. You deserve the best garbage bags money can buy. So, Rubbish created them. Rubbish is running a 30% off sale, but you can't. Rubbish. Rubbish is running a 30% off sale, but you can get. Why am I saying but then?
Because there's a way to get even more off.
I think it should say end.
And you can get. There's no need for but. Rubbish is running a 30% off sale, but there's no but needed for that. It
should say and you can get.
Yeah, not and.
Yes, there's a D.
And you can get an extra 5% off by going to rubbishhome.com and using code Danielle at gmail.com. No, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
5% off by going to rubbishhome.com and using the code TMOS. That's an extra 5% off for a total of 35% off your order. if you go to rubbishhome.com.
Over a third off if you go there. It's great.
Use our code TMOS. Thank you, Rubbish. Play the thing for the love of God. Get me out of
Hey,
this
I like
thing.
that. Some beautiful video.
Memphis.
WHBQ, Memphis.
Dude Walker worked at WHBQ. Mike, did you know, and I
Does
will
that count as a jingle that you played?
Yeah,
right
it's
there?
just a little shotgun, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know whether that was a jingle or not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is that
The Mike O'Mara Show. TMOS.
That's a jingle.
oh, I like it double tracked.
There we are.
Thank you. Paul McCartney.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire. Happy Halloween. Ooh.
Happy's Place, Friday night, NBC, streaming live the next day on Peacock. Now, I will address this briefly, although I'll go more in depth when we do our special, Josh. Paul McCartney can't sing anymore. He just can't. The instrument is not there. And he proved this not only on his most recent tour, which I don't fault him.
Well, aren't you doing a whole thing on Saturday Night Live?
He did.
Yes.
He closed the show, but his voice just
You're not going to
isn't
play him
there.
closing the show, are you?
No, I can't. I can't because it's an NBC joint.
Okay.
They would block us.
All right.
But I think most people watched the Saturday Night Live special, the 50.
Or
and
probably a lot of people did what I did, where I've just seen snippet after snippet
Yeah.
after snippet.
Right.
I haven't seen anything that really knocked my D in the dirt, though, to be honest
the
with you.
two segments with Eddie Murphy were very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Eddie Murphy can't help but be
ruined
funny.
they ruined both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way they did.
Right.
They were so, as I said to Carrie as we were watching it, Saturday Night Live, the whole enterprise, has the best set of comedy tinker toys you could imagine. 50 years of clips, connected, everybody was there.
You know, can I
And
say one thing
still-
about Chris Rock, too?
Yeah.
I love Chris Rock as a stand-up. I don't love Chris Rock in any other vehicle. I like him
Really?
as a stand-up. I like him. I don't like Chris Rock in movies. I don't like him in TV shows. I like Chris Rock as a stand-up comedian. And it's not because he got slapped by Will Smith. And when he hosts an award show, that counts too because he's doing stand-up.
Right.
Technically, he's doing stand-up. That's why I think stand-up comedians that have it their chops should all do the award shows. It always should be people that can stand up and do that. But Chris Rock seems to blast into a sketch and he mucks it up for some reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you get that feeling? I always do.
I think what it is he has no training, as far as I know, in improv. And most of the great people in sketch comedy shows
Yeah, they're
are from the
improv
Groundlings
comedians.
or something.
Yep, I
Yeah,
know.
so it's a different training. He's very funny. I remember the first time I saw that special, I was at your house.
Yeah.
And we laughed until we hurt.
He's phenomenal.
He-
That's
he's
some of the best
incredible.
material you'll ever get.
He's great in the kids shows, like where he plays the zebra in Madagascar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's-
that's a
you know,
different
little
thing.
cartoons. He's great there.
And you know what? And that's another category. You can put him in that too. Absolutely. Fantastic.
Chris Rock, stand up or zebra. That's what we like.
Stand up or cartoon character voice.
Yes.
Sure.
So Paul, he doesn't. His shows are still sensational, but he can't sing. But I thought this was weird. This is apparently a tradition that he and his band have, and his band that he's with now, he's been with like 3 times longer than he was with the Beatles. These are really great players, but when they're walking to the stage, they sing a song, but they don't sing a Beatles song.
Monkeys, people say we monkey around. We're too busy singing to put anybody down.
Is Paul singing?
Yeah.
The monkeys, people say we monkey around. We're too busy singing.
Is that kind of a warm-up?
Yeah, that's their tradition. As
Okay.
they walk to the stage, they sing, "Hey, hey, we're the Monkees," which is, to me, I think, pretty funny because the Monkees such a ripoff of the Beatles. And that bald guy that was with him, he's a drummer named Abe Laboriel. And if you watched him, Mike Drum, you would be thrilled. He's a beast. He's
Has
so
he
good.
sat in, Rob, with multiple acts, like when they do the the Prince's Trust concerts
Yeah,
and stuff
he's a
like?
guy
He's a
that-
guy
he's
that's like he's
a
a
session
studio
guy.
guy, a
Yeah.
session guy. Yeah,
But he
absolutely.
tours with Paul,
Phenomenal.
and he's
Yeah,
amazing.
phenomenal
So
drummer.
good. Anyway, so I thought that was funny. Now, you thought you had a bad vacation. Let's say you're out in the ocean, and there is a whale near you, and the whale swallows you. No, I'm not talking about Noah in the Bible.
Jonah.
That's right. Noah was the ark.
Yes.
Forgive me. Very fast catch.
Don't mess up your Bible quotes with this man on the show.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
Just helping you out.
Yeah.
Really.
You know, Ruth is a very sexy book of the Bible, but we'll talk about that later. This guy gets swallowed by a whale, and it's captured on camera. Watch this. So he's paddleboarding. He's gone. But wait, he gets spit out.
You got to show me that again, because I thought it was going to happen to the guy from the camera point of view.
No.
I didn't know it was the guy in front of him. Show me that again.
Yeah,
please.
that's paddleboarder gets swallowed and spit
El
out.
Pats.
It's in Chile. Here comes the whale and swallows him up.
Hey, ya, vente.
Wow.
Tranquilo, agarra el bote, agárralo, tranquilo.
Whoa.
Agárralo, no te subas, agárralo. Tranquilo, agárralo.
I can't tell you how that would flip me out. Of course, I wouldn't be out there on a mini boat in the middle of the ocean either.
Yeah, but there's so many people that do that, and you see the Australian ones with the great white tailing the people and stuff.
Oh.
I don't think the whales had any idea in that, because that's not their bag. They're not going out looking for seals or anything. They're looking for like krill and stuff like that. But that's still terrifying. Absolutely.
Here's the man describing what it was like.
Like 1 second of that strange feeling where I thought that I was already eaten by some kind of giant fish. I guessed I was inside something's mouth.
You know, it's amazing. He was so scared, Mike. His hair is still standing up.
I was inside of something's mouth.
Something's
Big,
mouth.
nasty mouth. There it is. Yes.
All right. Did you see the unveiling of when they retired the number of Terrence Shannon? He plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves, but his college was retiring his number. You know, they do the thing where they hang the pennant up in the rafters.
What college?
I don't know.
Okay, but is this at the college? Where
This
they're
is
doing it?
at the college where they retired his number, and they almost got it right, Mike.
Hey, from the ceiling of State Farm Center.
It's Illinois.
And
University
it's
of Illinois.
And it's upside down.
And people from the Midwest will get that forever. That's a University of Illinois thing right there. Yeah, it's used in, I believe it's used in Risky Business.
Is
when,
it?
When he says, looks like the University of Illinois.
Oh, that's right. That's where he goes.
When he doesn't get into the good college, he
right.
says, looks like the University of Illinois. That's an Illinois joke. That's a gag. That'll be used forever. It's fantastic.
Now, this is what's beautiful. The man who runs the team, runs the arena, all roads lead to this guy. He's sorry that it went wrong.
Obviously, we had a regrettable situation at halftime with the jersey around Terrence's celebration. I just wanted to address that briefly before Brad came up. And
that is a garbage job to have right there.
That's like the PR director for the athletic department, or maybe it's the AD himself, Josh. Maybe it's the athletic director who has to come up there and go, "We're really on a terribly unfortunate." We had meanwhile, the guy that's putting it together, is in the back. I didn't know what was going on.
Charlie.
Yeah, we should definitely interview the guy that does it next time. I'm sorry.
I've had employees make that mistake.
Yeah.
What,
before.
hang things upside down?
Where they've hung I had employees at a big hotel, and they hung a projection screen up in the ceiling, and they drywalled all around it, and then they turned it on, and it was facing against the wall.
Oh my!
Oh my
So-
God!
Yeah, it
That's
can
horrible.
You got to be careful when you,
Absolutely.
especially with all those eyes on you.
This happens.
Before we go to the highlights of the actual game, there's
I
something
just
that
wanted,
needs
before
to
we
be
bring up the coach,
addressed.
it was a big win, but the celebration was marred by Ricky, who was responsible for hanging the thing up before we released
This
it.
just in.
About the game, obviously, really
This guy.
regrettable moment. It's a shame that it happened that way.
I'd like to imagine when he's doing this speech, he's in a room with nobody. He's just at a lectern talking.
it really doesn't amount. It's such an easily fixable, thing.
I
But
know.
it's just like when it's taken too seriously, obviously people are yelling. Somebody play it one last time because somebody chewed this guy's ass out.
No.
Somebody got ass chewed on this.
Okay.
Really.
Hang the jersey, but I'm ultimately responsible for everything that happens in this building. And ultimately, that means that was on me tonight.
It was on
we
me.
need to make sure that
There you go.
we understand that.
But you know what's so modern about it is
Yeah.
before he says it was obviously on me, he says, I didn't actually hang it.
Right. Yeah,
But
one of my,
ultimately, this is on me.
One of my former employees actually hung it. We let the
It was
students
Chad.
do it.
It was Chad from Saturday Night Live. That hung
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Now, Mike, have you ever had, or are you familiar with the breed, the Staffordshire Terrier? Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Is that the one in Patton where it's got like the pointy white face and it's like
yeah,
ugly?
it might be. It's bulldoggy a little bit, but they are quite vocal dogs. Huskies are vocal.
Let me see. Let's see what the dog
German
is.
Shepherds are vocal,
All right.
and this dog won't shut his mouth. Let's close with this terrier.
Oh, no. I don't know that.
What about
He keeps interrupting her.
I'd love to get a word in. My turn. I'm not interrupting you. It's just that's how it comes.
It's a dog talking.
I don't think you know how a conversation works. Okay, Enzo? You take turns
Enzo the dog.
going back and forth.
Enzo. Great name for the dog.
Mike, he's a good boy.
Is it my turn?
Oh, stop it. He is an
That's awesome.
absolute sweet boy. We
Oh,
love
that's
Enzo,
great.
yeah.
Enzo. It's always the people with the great videos that have great names for the dogs. That's it. We got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Stand by
Thank
for
you.
me. Mike, I'm sorry. The music just... There we go. Sorry
Oh,
about
I don't
that.
need music to carry me out of here. No problem at all, everybody. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. And, man, things are happening in the world of TMOS, ladies and gentlemen. We got some major announcements that I wish I could tell you all about today, but I'd get in trouble if I did that. I really, really would. But, boy, oh, boy, some big fun for 2025, people. Yes, sirree. And don't forget, make your reservation for Jimmy's. We're going to be in D.C. We're coming to Washington, D.C. The whole gang. We will be up there the weekend of May 3rd at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern for the Kentucky Derby Party and want to see you there. For Rob Spiewak and Josh Soroka, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody. It's off to Little League.
Toodaloo, everybody.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
And it's...